Okay, are you good at art? Yes, I think I'm good on art because I had taken a couple of classes, of lessons, and I have learned some clues about how to draw, to express myself in a drawing, like parts of a drawing, like I have idea about how a painting should go or how it should be. Have you been in an art lesson? Yes, as I had said, I have been in art lessons in at school and here near my house in a place called Art Company. In these two places, and I had learned a lot of things because uh, in art lessons it's not like a normal classes at school. You learn a lot of different things. You learn different techniques. You learn also about uh, uh, artists that are important in this topic. What king of art do you like? I like Leonardo da Vinci because he's not only an artist that paint on a wall, on a canvas or something like that. No, he's like he's in another level because, as you could know, he created some models for airplanes, and for me he was thinking about the future, how humans could fly. So for me that's amazing. Someone in that age could think about humans to fly and create a model, a drawing about an art and structure which could do this. Okay, is popular are popular? I think art is not popular in my country, and the only popular art in my country are the graffitis, which are some pieces of art that you could see all around streets painted in the walls, and they are done by people whoever wanna paint in a wall. And I think it's not in neither in neighboring countries it's popular. I think so because here people do not think that art is something important in their lives. Art is not a cultural thing. Art is not essential for your life, not something you will need. Have you ever been to an art gallery? Yes, I have been in an art gallery. I think it was called Artbo. It was a really interesting experience because you could see how each author represent different ideas in a very specific way, using specific colors that show their feelings, and that's amazing because artists represent feelings in a really amazing way. Do you think children can benefit from going to art galleries? Yes, I think so. Because in art galleries, you know about art. You get a lot of information about art. And for me, art is a way of being creative. And being creative is a really important aspect in everyone's life. Because creativity makes you unique, makes you different from other people, makes you smart, cause let you create new things, like it is the case of Leonardo da Vinci that created the airplane model. His creativity is amazing, is something outstanding. Okay, I'm going to describe my journey, me and my family journey to Mexico. In this journey, we went to at first we went to the airport. There, we got in gate 2, where we were supposed to be according to the tickets. But so we start waiting during the gate, and we wait like for 1 hour and a half. Then we realized that we have waited a lot, so we asked a lady what happened to the airplane, and she told us that the gate of our flight had been changed, like to a gate which is in the other part of the, like the opposite part of the airport. So we start running to the other part of the airport in order to the plane don't left us. When we arrived, we asked another lady if the airplane had already left, and she told us, no, you are very lucky. The airplane is waiting for you. You just got on time. So we say thank you. We get into the airplane, and we last like 3 hours in the airplane. When we arrived to Mexico, we get into the hotel, and everything was okay. But the right next day, everything started. At first, a mosquito bite me, and I got an infection on my arm because of the mosquito. I don't know why. So we had to call 2 doctors, and I got an injection, and the infection lasts like 3 days in my body. Then I get okay. After this, my sister gets sick because of the food of Mexico, because it's a lot of spicy food, and she's not his body is not his body is not her body doesn't deal with spicy food, so she gets sick, all stink, diarrhea, all that things that get after having this type of illness. After this, we decide to take a tour around the city. We arrived to Tasco, where a bus led us like look around the city, but with a group. But in a certain point of the tour, we like take another path, my family and I, and we get lost from the group. So we start walking, looking for the bus in order to get on it and wait the group. But the more we walk, the most we get lost. So we decide to went to the highest part of that city, and from there we saw the bus, which was really, really far away, and we start walking, and then we arrived there. The group which we were was already there waiting for us another time. Okay, that was all. We last there like 5 days, and the story of the planes like get repeated in this part, because when we were coming back to Colombia, my mom thought the flight was like 3 p.m. but it really was at 1 p.m. So at I don't know why we got like earlier to the airport, and we got like 12. But for these kind of flights, international flights, we were late. But when we arrived there, another time lady told us, you are very lucky, your airplane is late, so you could wait for it, and that's all. We take the airplane and we came back here to Colombia. Okay, part 3. What social problems are there in your country? I think there are a lot of problems: social poverty, corruption, but the main problem here in Colombia is drug traffic, because as Colombia is known as like the capital of drug dealers, everything, someone say Colombia, they see drugs, which is a really bad aspect of Colombia. What can we do for alleviate poverty? I think that what we could do for alleviate poverty is to create a lot of charities in which people donate their clothes, like could be old or new clothes, to that charity, and then this charity like go where there are a lot of homeless, in order to give them that clothes, but for free. Also, we could use some part of the taxes citizens pay in order to just rocket these people lifestyle, creating making homes, or I don't know, certain places in which they can establish for a period of time until they got a job and they could get their own homes. Are there many charities in your country? Yes, there are a lot of charities, but the problem is that most of these charities are from famous people, and most of these famous people create these charities for in order to don't pay taxes. But those charities help the country, because some of them are specialized in kids that need certain help, special kids, and some others to old people, which are people that is abandoned by their family because they don't know how to care them. What is the difference between major crime and minor crime? Major crime is the type of crime that could affect all the country in a really bad way, in a really big, in an enormous way. But the minor crime is something the people who just go and stole in a store, I don't know, a t-shirt. They stole a t-shirt, and that's minor crime. But major crime is, for example, narco traffic, which is a crime that affects Colombia but also other countries, because drugs that are made here are carried there. Do you think all crimes should go to? Yes, I think all criminals should go to prison, because prison is a way in order they could know that what they did is a really bad thing. It's not a way in which they could solve their problems. It's not the way of solving the problems. They should get like a punishment in order to they learn what is good and what is bad. Why do so many people move to? I think too many people move to live in the cities because they think in the cities they will have better job opportunities, a better lifestyle, a better house, a better job. Also, sometimes not because they want, it's because groups, some uh, groups that are fighting against the government, um, make them to get out of their land, because that group need that land, and they make families get out of this land, and the only choice they could make is to go to a big city, in order to get a job or get something to life. What problem does overpopulation? Overpopulation cause, I think, mainly a lot of pollution, because the most people, the most cars would be in the country, in the world, and the cars produce a lot of CO2. Also, overpopulation cause a lot of, there are not that much jobs for that much of people that is asking for jobs. There is not like a balance between that. Also, overpopulation cause crime, because when someone, as I said, there is not enough jobs to everyone. So what could people do? So they start getting into stores, store what they need in order to because they don't have a job and they have to survive. So overpopulation causes crime.